Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I am Wayno. If this is your first time here, what up? If you like what it is that I do, make sure you hit that sub button and run them likes up. Today we talking about Shannon Sharpe, aka Freaky Sheiky. Yes, Freaky Sheiky. Reason why I'm calling him Freaky Sheiky is because this man cannot control himself. Shannon Sharpe is an NFL legend, Hall of Famer, undisputable, champion, all of that. Went on to start doing commentary in sports. Built a space for him over at Fox. Did a show with him and Skip. Show blows up. He decides to leave and go over to ESPN. Goes to ESPN and we thinking we getting primetime TV, and we did. Him and Stephen A. Smith did everything they were supposed to. Match made in sports. Commentary, that is. But Shannon Sharpe has something following him. Shannon Sharpe then goes on to start his own platform, which is extremely smart, with Club Shay Shay. Gets interviews from everybody. Gets Cat Williams. When he gets Cat Williams is up there talking about how this year is about to go and how all secrets will be revealed. Shannon had no idea that he was talking about his ass. Freaky Sheiky, yes. Your man Shannon Sharpe. So Shannon, he had been dealing with this young lady, an extremely young lady, at his big age. And she has set out a lawsuit, a civil suit, against Shannon Sharpe for grape. When it first happened, all of us is distraught. Oh, goddamn, not another one, not one of the ones that we starting to like. And I'm going to get to that too. But, yo, oh, man, they trying to take I'm speaking hypothetically about how people talk on the internet, because this is not my direct thing. Yo, they taking our great ones. They taking them down. Shannon does a video, a statement video.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Real talk and honesty. See, the thing about Shannon Sharpe is niggas should have been looking at him sideways from the butt naked face with the soul patch, the NBA 2K soul patch right here. Any nigga that'll cut all their hair off their face and just leave this, you got to question their motives. You got to question the things that they into. You got to question how they present themselves. Yeah, presentation is everything. Shannon Sharpe, while he went on to do this, right? I think people wanted to root for him because we started to see him grow into a space that we hadn't seen him before. That Cat Williams interview got him popping on another level. The Cat Williams interview got him popping on another level. And you know what brung him down? A nigga not being sexually disciplined. A nigga being too thirsty. Shannon Sharpe started messing with this woman. He says, now, I'm going to keep it 100. When it first came out, everybody was skeptical just off the simple fact that Tony Buzbee was the same person that had 120 civil suits against Diddy. After the evidence presented before us, Diddy's been convicted. All of that. He hasn't been sentenced. He's been convicted. All the assumptions that people had about Diddy with kids and all this other stuff was frivolous. Diddy liked to watch Cassie get hit. That's a whole nother video that y'all could go watch. But this situation with Shannon Sharpe, for him to be on ESPN and say, there's a video that he's gonna drop. But instead of dropping the edit, it's like 10 minutes, but they gonna put out an edit. If I had it, I'll put it out myself. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? What did you just say? Bro, you mean to tell me you got family, you know what I'm saying? You got family, you got a job with ESPN that's owned by Disney, you got your own podcast popping. Cause Shannon Sharpe, he talk heavy. I remember how he was talking to Jim Jones. He said, "You'll never be on nothing this big." Pause. That's crazy. But he said, "You'll never do nothing like that. I'm the biggest." Yeah. And listen, I ain't gonna get it twisted. He somewhat earned the right to pop his shit like that. But knowing that he had all these things going on behind the scenes, knowing that he had this stuff on his jacket, did he once stop to think and humble himself? No. Well, guess what? That lawsuit that was $50,000, there's been a lot of different reports and nobody knows, but it's been settled. And it's rumored to be settled for around $23 million. Did I say 50,000? I meant 50 million, excuse me. It's been rumored to be settled for $23 million. Now, my first thoughts, I had a whole conversation with my son regarding this. And when I had a conversation with my son, I said, man, you see this? You see how you could lose everything just from being thirsty? Nigga, you went out there talking about put the tape out. I'm about to sue y'all for defamation. And then you settled? You settled? And after you settled, this is what Tony Busby had to say about you. This is what Tony Busby said. He said on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on the behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual, tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutual agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. Brother, now Tony Busby been trying to get his name back. He been trying to get his name back for a minute. Y'all see how Vlad flamed him up, talk about, the Diddy and the Jay-Z stuff, and Vlad was right. I'm not going to skip over that. The whole Jay-Z, Diddy shit, it didn't make no sense. But this right here is set off a lot of people. Reason being is because Shorty popping crazy too. Listen to what she had to say. She said, "Today I've decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could never imagine. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share." What the fuck is she talking about? She can't wait to share. She an OnlyFans chick. "I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever." Bro, this grown-ass man not being disciplined to understand that he was doing too much from the very start. He was doing too much from the very start. Got shaken down. Shannon Sharpe met this young woman in the gym. He is an NFL former superstar and Hall of Famer and respected in the commentary space and got his own shit going for him. Real stuff, real tangible things that's setting up all types of money and opportunities for him. But all of this has come crashing to an end. Now, he still has Club Shay Shay. And I know it does, it does good numbers and all of that. But Shannon Sharpe has been fired from ESPN. Shannon Sharpe has been fired from ESPN. Freaky Sheiky. Yes, they done got rid of this nigga. And a lot of people was like, I thought he was going to be good. Jonathan Majors. We seen Jonathan Majors run for 3 blocks. We seen what man wanted the woman to, if he doing what he doing, want her in his phone, pushes the woman off her. She hit her head up against the car. He runs and she chased him for 3 blocks. Jonathan Majors was signed to Marvel, which is owned by Disney. If it's one thing we learned about Disney is they not tolerating no bullshit. Let's read the report. The on-air relationship between ESPN and Shannon Sharpe appears to be over less than 2 weeks after the Pro Football Hall of Fame tight end and the media commentator settled a $50 million lawsuit related to sexual assault. Let's not forget that there's another woman that's suing him. The network has decided to cut ties with Shannon Sharpe. According to a report from The Athletic on Wednesday, July 30th, Sharpe last appeared on ESPN in April, stepping away after the lawsuit was initially filed. But he publicly denied allegations, calling it a shakedown, and maintained his relationship with the accuser was 100% consensual, which her attorney said after the fact that they had a relationship. I was just saying that myself. Sharpe said at the time he planned to return to ESPN's airwaves when NFL training camps began ahead of the 2025 season. Let's talk for a second, y'all. Like, let's really have a, y'all watching me on this camera, but I'm talking to all the brothers out here. Ladies, y'all fall back for a second. I'm talking directly to the brothers, especially the young ones. In y'all travels, in y'all lives, y'all gonna see so many amazing looking women. You're gonna see women that you never even knew existed. Then you're gonna meet women. Then if you become successful, a lot of the women that you after will be super accessible to you. Super accessible to you. Not necessarily meaning that they're gonna give their bodies up. So ladies, I know, don't think I'm going there with it. I'm not. But you're gonna have women that come after you and they gonna want stuff from you and you gonna want stuff from them. And you gonna think it's an even exchange because you might have paid a couple bills or you might have. But let me tell you something. Them first couple of conversations, you know if that whatever woman that you talking to is for you or not. Now that depends on what it is that you want. Do you just want to have a good time? Even if you say that, it's subjective that some of the women that you tell you want to have a good time might become attached, or you might become attached to them. It don't work one way. Women don't just get attached when you start doing right? Men become attached as well. So I'm not just going to put it on the ladies that's just all y'all want and that's all y'all do. But I want you young niggas to understand sexual discipline. Shannon Sharpe put himself in a position where he had a fetish. He was messing with this young lady. They talk about choking and $25,000 a cheek and all this other stuff. And I ask you, for any brand that you had, if this stuff came out as a person you was associated with, and it came out publicly that this is what they was into, and you have a brand, which the parent brand is Disney. Yes, Disney. The brand that we grew up as kids watching. They now own every damn thing. But that brand, what that brand represents, it's family. And yeah, they're starting to get a little bit edgy with their content now, right? Like we see Daredevil is now on Disney and you're starting to see violence on another level. But this is all fiction. But this shit right here is real life. A lot of y'all niggas be living life like y'all get continues, bro. You do not get continues in life. Seeing Shannon Sharpe go through this, what it makes me feel is, damn, man. After a nigga reached the mountaintop that he worked to climb up and get on, shorty ain't really do him in. He did himself in. I said it before, I said it again. I don't care if you're talking about a consensual relationship and then you start talking about, but this person do that and that person. We're not talking about that. These situations are individual and they deal with individuals who deal with each other. And from immediately, I ain't sitting on no iron throne passing the judgment as I'm the greatest person on the planet. But immediately, people looked at the age gap. And then you had people say, but it's legal. But the lie was more entertaining than the truth. The truth is that this woman, she wanted to mess with Shannon Sharpe. Absolutely. Also, the truth is that while she was messing with him, while he was getting his, she was plotting on how to get hers. And hers hurt him way more than his could have hurt her. Do I personally believe in my heart of hearts that Shannon Sharpe did anything to violate this woman? No, I don't believe that. But evidently, there's phone calls where he like, I'ma choke you. And you gonna like it. You ain't got a choice. Bro, you talking about a big, like, pause. Your man, Shannon Sharpe, even at his age, he's still a massive guy. He works out, he take care of his body, he take care of himself. And just look at the optics. Here goes this little sweet little white girl that, oh my God. Emmett Till died because of a white lie. Lost his life because of a white lie. So I ask, is getting ass that important? Is getting a new body under your belt that important? Is messing with women in those young age brackets that important? Can't be, man. Can't be. Because look at the remnants of it. Look at the aftermath of it. Look at now this man loses what he's worked so hard for, man. It's hard to get them ESPN jobs and keep them. Because a few people done got them, but a lot of people lost them. And keep them. And we could all say how they treat this one versus that one, but that doesn't matter. What matters as a fact is how you treat yourself. That's my biggest takeaway with y'all. That's what I want people to understand. How you treat yourself. How you think. How you act. What you after. What you want. Everybody could play and say, oh, but Shannon, he should have did this, or he shouldn't did that, or he should have been with a woman his age, or he got what he wanted, and she got what she wanted. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. I just think that, like, these niggas is bozos, man. They just keep losing and losing and losing. I'm just pretty sure if this man was able to pay a settlement of $20-something million, $10-something million, $1 million, I don't care what it was, it came from you working up in your work ethic. Because I don't believe that Shannon Sharpe is the most talented commentator, and I'm not saying that to slight him, or the most talented media personality. I think his best quality is that he's consistent. One thing you could count on is that nigga gonna work. He work all day, every day. But what is that work worth when it all come crashing down? This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.